Good evening, folks. It's just about 5 o'clock in the evening, and welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful evening for fishing, and today we're doing it from Pymatuning Lake. I believe technically we're in Andover, in Ohio. So, do you want to know the most exciting thing about Pymatuning Lake so far? Of course you do. And I'm a nice guy, so I'm going to tell you. The most exciting thing about Pymatuning is that I have never fished here before, so I have no idea what I'm in for. Doesn't that sound fun? So I'm going to try a little bit of everything tonight, just to kind of see what's going. I'll probably try and catch some bluegill, I'll try and catch some catfish, I'm going to try and catch some walleye. You know, we're just going to go crazy and kind of see what the first trip here feels like or produces. So here's some things that I do know about Pymatuning. Right now I'm in Ohio, but if I go far enough behind me, if I keep moving behind me, I'll end up in Pennsylvania. We don't want to do that because guess what? I'm not licensed to fish in Pennsylvania. We don't want to get them upset, and more importantly, we don't want to get myself in trouble. So we're going to be real careful and stay right here in Ohio. So we're on a causeway that I found on a map. We're going to check it out, see what happens. Hopefully plenty. Stay tuned. Okay, so to start the quest for the search for catfish, I'm going to throw out this piece of shrimp as far as I can. Then I got a little rod holder thing, this big step set up down here in the rocks. Take up some of that slack. All right, so now we're officially catfishing. We'll see what happens. Okay, so it's almost 6 o'clock. No bites yet. I got one line out for catfish with a shrimp on it. And then I got one line with maggots under a bobber, trying to find some bluegill. And I think I'll break out a crappie rod and see if I can cast that around, and maybe there'll be something to catch as far as crappie goes. I think we have our first Pymatuning fish. I'll grab this. Nope, he missed it. We are definitely getting a bite on this rod. This one for catfish. Are we about to get our first Pymatuning fish? Are we about to get our first Pymatuning fish? First fish ever out of Pymatuning? Oh yeah! We are officially hooked up, folks, on our first fish in Pymatuning. Doesn't feel real big, but man, isn't it exciting to go to a place you've never been and see what you can get. Well, there we have it. That is a little fish That is kind of a, see if I can get a better, There we go. You know what? That's a small channel cat, but I'll tell you what, I'm happy with it. I am at a lake I've never fished before, just trying different things, and here we go. First one from Pymatuning. Let's let him go. All right, let's see if we can get another one, maybe a bigger one. Okay, so the sun is setting in Ohio, which I suppose means that it's also going to set in Pennsylvania. And just when I thought I was fishing in the only rocks that don't hold bluegill in the United States of America, I happened across a couple. So thankfully, we do have some bluegill for bait tonight. So I am going to get these casted out there right before sunset. There's one piece of cut bluegill, and here's another piece on that knocker rig. And go back to crappie fishing, which by the way, we haven't caught any yet, but hoping to real soon. Stay tuned. Something has been bouncing this one for, I'd say, at least 20 minutes, which makes me wonder if something tiny got a hold of it and now can't let go. So I think I'm just gonna reel it in and check it. I don't feel anything on it, so must just be something small that can't fit that big a piece of fish in his mouth. Yeah, as we can see, I mean, that ain't even that big a piece of fish, but whatever it is, it hasn't been able to handle it, so I'll just send this back. Hey, so it is about 9:15, and I just wanted to give a quick update. So far, just that one little channel cat and a whole bunch of little dinky bites on the catfish rods. Nothing major so far. Also, no crappie. So far, we got the 2 bluegills that we needed for bait today, which it's looking like maybe we only would have needed the one, but we got the 2 bluegills that we needed for bait and 1 small channel cat. So I will probably give this about 45 minutes. I'm not ready to call it a night quite yet, but I will give it about 45 minutes, see what happens, and stay tuned. Hopefully something big. Okay, so I'm crappie fishing. Oop. Let me put this down. Okay, so I'm crappie fishing and I caught this largemouth bass. Not a crappie, but still a fish. So now we got 1 little channel cat, a couple of bluegill, and this largemouth bass. All right, we'll see what else happens here. Stay tuned. Okay, so it is 10 o'clock at night, and so far we got the 2 little bluegill, 1 little channel cat, and 1 little largemouth bass while we were crappie fishing. So I am going to call it a night. I don't know what happened. It's my first time ever fishing here, so I really don't know what's available, but I did hear a rumor that there was some kind of aquatic party in Pennsylvania. So my guess is all the good fish probably are on the Pennsylvania side right now. I don't think it has anything to do with what I'm doing. I think it's just a party, and maybe that's what they want to do tonight. And instead of eating pieces of bluegill or whatever, maybe they got something better over there in Pennsylvania. But anyway, am I ready to give up on Pymatuning Lake? Nah, I'm not ready to give up. I will more than likely come out here again and maybe try another spot, or maybe 2 more spots or something like that, just so I can get kind of a well-rounded idea of what may be available here. So for tonight, I'm going to pack it up and go home. Thanks as always for joining me. Wish I had a whole lot of bigger fish, but I am not disappointed. Came here for the first time, never fished it, and we're able to find some fish. So to me, that's worth celebrating. So I'm going to celebrate the whole drive home. So until then, tight lines.